Why is Iran playing war games with Azerbaijan? What the F is going on over there? Yes, there's like a lot of people are not ignoring this. Azerbaijan and Iran might actually go to war. Like we don't know what's going on. Like
guys, put 20 million buffer. It's not going to be a problem.
No.
It's not going to make a dent.
Guys, what was the previous section?
Okay, my bad. It still relates to this, yeah.
It relates. Have you guys heard about this? Do you want me to read this article so you guys are
just a little bit? I didn't know about this. Yeah, just read it a bit.
Okay, tensions escalate between Azerbaijan and Iran. While the Ukraine war dominates global headlines, another conflict is brewing. What did I say? Did I answer that?
No. You said Azerbaijan, but in Urdu, Azhar is a name and Baijan means brother. So we're saying it's an Urdu joke. Azerbaijan, meaning Azhar brother.
Okay.
So yeah,
okay, fine.
Sounds like.
Let me read this. While the Ukrainian war dominates global headlines, another conflict is brewing in the South Caucasus, where Azerbaijan and Iran have grown increasingly hostile since the 2020 Karabakh War. Following Azerbaijan's decisive victory over Armenia, helped by military support from both Israel and Turkey, which is amazing, and Iran. This is one thing that Iran and Israel are on the same
working together on the same page. Yeah, right.
No, team. Iran. No, wait, no, that's not it. Help military support from both Israel and Turkey. No. Iran is on Armenia's side. Israel is on Azerbaijan's side. Sorry, I made a mistake. Okay. Iran came to realize that its security. By the way, that's very bizarre for so many people because Iran is a majority Shia and Azerbaijan is also majority Shia. So you see, in this situation, ethnic conflicts is stronger than religious ones, right? Because Iran is actually taking on Armenia's side against Azerbaijan's side because Azerbaijan, being right next to Iran's border, has Turkish people that might want Iran's Azerbaijan section to secede and join the bigger Azerbaijan. So Iran is very worried about cessationist movements along its borders, right? So Azerbaijan is Shia and Turkish. So Shiism is like Iran, but its Turkish nature is like Turkey, right? So even though it's Shia, it's closer to Turkey than it is to Iran. So Turkey and Azerbaijan are uniting against Iran. So here you see ethnicity is playing a much stronger role in who's allying with who.
Iran and Turkey. I don't know about this, but I thought Iran and Turkey would be on favorable terms. No,
not over this. Not over this.
But in other stuff, are they?
Depends. Which stuff?
I mean, like Depends. Israel, for example.
No, and Israel, they're not. They're actually competing against who's the bigger pro-Palestinian supporter. So they're competing over that as well, right? Okay. No, they're very much over these issues. Turkey and Iran are very much have been following, or they've been enemies since 2020 over this issue. Okay, there are a lot of Turks that would like to see one day the Turkish parts of Iran to come back to the Turkish motherland or whatever they call it.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. Following so I read this part. Iran came to realize that its security along the northern border was at risk. Especially because Israel is using this as a way to get close to Iran. Why Israel is so much interested in Azerbaijan? Some people are saying it's because it's right at Iran's border. So Israel is using this as an excuse to come closer and closer to Iran's border, and that's what makes the Iranian officials very nervous. As the war risks cutting it off from a key regional ally in Yerevan. Oh, yeah. Where Tehran seemed willing to accept the inevitability of Azerbaijan regaining the Karabakh region, which the United Nations officially recognizes as part of Azerbaijan. The Islamic Republic has raised concerns over frequent. This is bad grammar. Concerns over frequent the new. This is bad grammar, isn't it?
What the hell is going on right now?
That's a bad
end of the world, not bloody.
This is not.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this article?
Probably a leftist.
Julian McBride. He's a
Scottish.
Scottish.
Along Armenia's.
Speak English, mate. Speak Scottish. Makes fucking sense when I see it.
Okay, let's read it from here. This renewed assault by Azerbaijan has caused no small amount of alarm, not just from Iran, but also the United States and France. The encroachments approach one of Tehran's red lines in the possible redrawing of the borders of the Caucasus. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Redrawing of that's what they're worried about. An outcome that is frequently hinted in rhetoric from they're actually suggesting this. Hinted in rhetoric from President Aliyev and Erdogan concerning pan-Turkic expansion. Like sometimes they hint to this very indirectly. Sometimes like they sing songs about places that are in Iran. Okay? So they're like, what the hell? Like Iran is like, what are you guys talking about? Like, that's our land, right? A redrawing would present new geopolitical problems for Iran. Among them is the disruption of an ancient trade route through Armenia that has been active for thousands of years. Azerbaijan has made no secret of its animosity toward Iran since its 2020 war with Armenia, going so far as to highlight maps of Greater Azerbaijan. You see, whenever you see greater something, that means like some people are trying to expand. That feature parts of Iran's northern provinces. Iran is home to around 16 million Azeris. Azeris is a type of Turk, okay, who are concentrated in the northwest of the country along the Azerbaijan border. It doesn't actually help. Yeah.
Go on. Sorry. It's like another Ukraine situation where they're ethnically, some parts are like more closer to
very
Russia.
Similar. That's a very good comparison, okay? Especially because the province in Iran that is right next to Azerbaijan, guess what that province is called? Azerbaijan.
Oh, great.
So Azerbaijan is a country, and
can't they just change the name?
Yeah. So there's an Azerbaijan province in Iran that's right next to Azerbaijan, so that doesn't help.
Anyways, Iranians are not good with naming conventions. But go on, yeah. If only we called it something else, they wouldn't have been like, "Oh shit, maybe we should join this country."
Yeah. So, anyways, this is like there's actually a lot more that is happening in the past 2 days. I don't know. I'm not gonna read this, but I'm just gonna highlight it. I'm just gonna show you the title of this. Azerbaijan arrests Iran-backed militias. So this was just like 3 days ago. So there's that. So this is like it's escalating. I don't know what's going to happen.
But disprove the whole like narrative of like diversity. It doesn't matter if you're in Europe or in the Middle East. You want to be with your ethnic group, and people will go to war over this kind of stuff.
No, that's actually not true. Actually, the more people are mixed, the less stuff like this happens.
You're talking about in some metropolitan cities, but the whole world is not New York or London.
Yeah, but okay. So if, like, for example, if in a geography, like, if you separate the ethnicities from each other, like these ethnicities live over there, these ethnicities live over there, and they're not mixed with each other, then there's more reason for like conflict between ethnicities, right? But if there's no barriers between them, if they don't have like their own ghettos and their own sections, and they're just mixing, they're shopping together, they're going to school with each other, they're working with each other. In those areas, you actually see less less desire for it to be like living with your own ethnicity. People would care less and less. They don't see my people as like my ethnicity. That desire would be reduced, and it has been like this through history. Like, it's not just like metropolitan areas like New York or London. Actually,
Rome.
London less, maybe. Yeah, like Rome, yeah, or Baghdad. Like in Baghdad, because people were mixing so much, people didn't really care much about like different ethnicity. And also in Spain, like in Muslim Spain, they didn't even care about because different religions were there as well. They didn't care about Jewish, Christian. They were like, well, we're just all like doing philosophy together. So. Yeah, no, mixing actually, the left video is right about this. The more mixing of different people.
So. No, I'm not even trying to be funny. I think, and this was in the UK, came out about 3-4 years ago, where this was actually London, because fine, at work, you work with people of all races and all, whatever. But they that's probably an astrophysicist scientist who said that, and he go. And he hasn't got the date for his thing anyway. But he was saying that what's his name? Trevor? I can't remember his last name. But he was saying
Noah.
No, it wasn't him. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a comedian. But people, when they choose to socialize, they usually socialize with people of the same race. At work is different because you have to work with whoever you want to work with. You have to work with that. But when most people, when they leave work,
that's true. But that desire is reduced the more people are mixed with each other. So that desire is there, but it's reduced when you mix people together.
I mean, if you look at what happened in Leicester, Pakistanis and Indians living side by side, but when something happens, automatically they split.
No. You have.
Yeah, but they're not mingling. But that means they're not mingling with each other, because if they did,
they live in the same neighborhood.
And also,
but they're not mingling.
Also,
but they're still not mingling.
You are also you're also giving examples of people that look exactly like each other, by the way. So that's not a really good example. these are exactly the same mixed ethnicities of Pakistanis and Indians.
We're different. We're different.
Sure.
No, we look the same.
So you can see how you could actually see this is this. So we're saying ideologies, are more powerful than ethnicities. Ideologies could separate from people from each other.
You just literally said that the Azaz are Shia, the Iran are Shia, so the ideology is the same, but they've gone with ethnicity over ideology. It's the opposite of what you just said.
But over there, Shia ideology in Azerbaijan is not very much highlighted. So for example, Shiism in Azerbaijan is not something that is used as a weapon. People, the Shia identity is not as strong of an identity for the Azerbaijan government. In fact, it's the opposite. They try to tone that down in Azerbaijan, right? And they try to increase because they're getting a lot of support from Turkey. They try to play that up because it's playing in their favor, right? I'm pretty sure if Iran was a bigger ally to Azerbaijan, they would work on they will emphasize the Shia element,
so
right?
Azerbaijan are just going for the highest bidder.
Yeah, well, the guy who's the person.
You guys are such slags, honestly. That's
but here's the thing. I agree with you. With you, Vidu, that ideologies could separate people from each other, right? You could, but it shows that how even people who have the same ethnicities could be driven apart. So you're saying, people want to be with the people like that who are like them. But we're saying that no, if you give people the wrong idea, even people who look like you see them as enemies if they have the wrong ideas, even if have the same exact ethnicity as you. So it's about what you can make people believe that we can get along, and you can make people believe that we have to be separate regardless of what they look like. So we could opt in for, let's make people believe that they can get along.
Yeah, I think I do agree partly as someone from a mixed race marriage or whatever you want to call it, but that comes at a cost. It comes at a cost. It's not.
Well, the kid doesn't look like you. That's the cost.
No, oh my god, not that kind of cost, you joker. I mean, like your parents and the culture, and it's you can't marry, bro.
That's a good thing.
I remember when I was younger, I was in Pakistan, and one of my aunties, someone proposed to her. So we are ethnically blah 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 Kashmiri, whatever. The guy who proposed to her, he was Pathan. He was still from Pakistan, but he was Pathan. That was a problem. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? How do they eat? How do they sleep? How do they piss? What's this? What's that? We can't mix Kashmiri with Pathan, this, that, and the other. Now, alhamdulillah, they're married. But I'm saying even something as small as that.
How's their marriage going?
It's fine. It's fine. They're fine wherever it is. But I'm saying,
but it's very flexible. Like what you're saying is part of it's cultural, and it's based on belief system, right? The idea of could we get along or should we separate people? It's not something that is like biologically inherent like that. As many
I think it is. I think it is.
No, well, no, it is, but it's not necessarily based on race, but it could be based on other things. It could be based on more useful things. It could be based on we're both, I don't know, believe in science, or we both are part of this team, or we both working on this project together, or we're both Game of Thrones fans. I understand that humans have this innate and natural desire to bring build tribes, right? I'm just saying what the excuse is for us to be united or separated is a lot more flexible. Like a lot of right-leaning people, because they have racist motivations, they want to make it seem like it has to be based on racial lines. Like because we have these innate desires, that line is racial, but it doesn't have to be racial.
Let's move on.
Get my best-selling book, Why There Is No God, for free. Click on the link for it in the description.